everyone and welcome to my channel. This is the part 2 of our concurrency series, and in this video we will be learning about wait groups. So what are wait groups? Wait groups provide a way to wait for a collection of coroutines to complete their execution before continuing with the calling function. What I mean by calling function is the function that is firing the coroutines. In GoRoutine's video, we used time.sleep for this purpose, but it is not recommended and not the best approach. Now, let us look at the syntax of wait groups. To use wait groups, we need to import the sync package and we can call sync.wait. Wait group have three methods. The first one is add. It is used to set the number of coroutines to wait for. Another one is wait. Wait is used to block the execution until all the go routines have finished. And the last one is done. Each of the go routines runs and calls done when finished. Now, let's say function 1 fires two go routines, go routine 1 and go routine 2. Now, we will set the wait group counter to 2 by calling waitgroup.add and pass 2. Because we want our function 1 to wait until both of these go routines have finished their execution. Now, let's say go routine 1 finishes. So we call waitgroup.done and this will decrease the initial counter to 1. Now, finally, let's say go routine 2 finishes and we call waitgroup.done again and this will decrease the counter to 0. As wait group counter is 0, now our function 1 can continue its execution. This code is from our GoRoutines video, so let me quickly summarize what this code was doing. So we have created a fetch data function which fetch the data from the slice at ith index and just print it. We have also added a time.sleep statement so that this function takes at least 1 second to execute. In our main function, we are firing 10 go routines to fetch all the data. And finally, we are printing the time our code took to execute. Now, to block the execution of our main function until all the go routines finishes, we were using time.sleep statement. But let's remove this statement and use wait groups instead. So let's import the sync package. Now let's create our wait group. Now let's set the initial counter as 10 because we have 10 go routines to wait for. Now I want to block the execution of my main function after firing these 10 go routines. So add waitgroup.wait. And now we do not need to use this statement. And finally, we will pass the reference of our wait group to fetch data function and call waitgroup.done. Now let's check the output. As you can see, our code is running great and we are getting our expected output. But most importantly, this time we did not have to calculate the time for which we need to block the execution of our main function.